Picture this: a crowded living room glowing with pumpkin lights, kids laughing outside, music playing inside. It should have been the perfect Halloween night. But then, one careless sentence, slurred out by a drunk relative, tore through the laughter like shattered glass. In that moment, I learned the truth about my family, and about myself. And once it was spoken aloud, there was no way to go back. If you've ever felt like the people closest to you might be hiding something, hit that like button right now. Subscribe and join us for more powerful, emotional stories every week, because tonight's tale is one that proves sometimes the scariest masks aren't the ones worn on Halloween. Halloween has always been my favorite holiday. Maybe it was the freedom of costumes, maybe the thrill of ghost stories, or maybe just the sugar rush from endless candy. But that year felt different. My family decided to host a big Halloween party in the old family home, the one with creaky floors and a fireplace that smoked every time you lit it. We decorated every corner. Jack-o'-lanterns flickering in the windows, fake cobwebs stretched across the doorways, orange string lights twinkling in the hall. I remember thinking it looked like something out of a Halloween movie. The house smelled of cinnamon candles, baked apples, and the faint trace of pumpkin pie cooling in the kitchen. Guests poured in wearing costumes. Witch hats, vampire cloaks, plastic fangs, even a couple of zombies. On the surface, everything was perfect. But beneath the laughter and chatter, I felt it. A heaviness. A tension I couldn't quite place. Every now and then, I'd catch my mother glancing nervously at my father, or my aunt whispering in the corner, her eyes darting toward me before quickly looking away. At first, I brushed it off. Maybe I was imagining things. Maybe it was just the eerie mood of Halloween playing tricks on me. But I was wrong. As the night went on, little things kept piling up. I overheard my aunt say sharply, "If they ever find out, it's over." Her voice was low, but not low enough. My heart skipped. Find out what? Later, when someone mentioned an old family photo, my dad's face tightened like a fist. He laughed it off, but his eyes gave him away. The whispers, the sidelines, the half-finished sentences, it was all adding up. But adding up to what? I tried to shake it off, focusing on the kids bobbing for apples and the spooky soundtrack playing in the background. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. And then, the clock struck midnight. It started with a cousin who had been drinking too much wine. His words slurred, his costume makeup smudged, and he stumbled into the middle of the living room, raising his glass like he was about to make a toast. He shouted, "You all think this family is perfect. Tell them the truth. Tell them about the child who was never supposed to exist." The room froze. Music still played faintly from a speaker in the corner, but no one moved. Every eye turned toward him, and then toward me. The words hit me like ice water. My chest tightened, my throat burned, and my hands trembled. What did he mean? I thought. The child who wasn't supposed to exist. I looked at my mother. Her face had gone pale, her lips pressed into a thin, trembling line. My father's jaw was clenched so hard I thought his teeth might crack. Silence stretched like an eternity. And then, the truth began to spill. At first, they tried to laugh it off. My mother shook her head, muttering, "He's drunk, he doesn't know what he's saying." But her voice shook. My cousin wouldn't stop. "Tell them," he demanded. "Tell them about the affair. About the lies. About the child that shouldn't have been here." I could feel my heart pounding in my ears. My body felt like it wasn't mine anymore, like I was floating above the room, watching this nightmare unfold. Finally, my aunt spoke. Her eyes darted between my parents, then landed on me. "You deserve to know," she whispered. And just like that, the dam broke. The truth was this: my father had an affair years before I was born. My mother, heartbroken, tried to hide it, tried to pretend everything was fine. But when she found out the other woman was pregnant, she made a choice. She couldn't leave him. She couldn't let the family break apart. So she took me in. I wasn't who I thought I was. I wasn't my father's child. I wasn't even truly my mother's child. I was the product of betrayal, of a secret that had been buried under years of forced smiles and whispered arguments. And on Halloween night, it all came out. The silence after the confession was suffocating. I could feel everyone's eyes burning into me. My cousins looked shocked, some sympathetic, others just uncomfortable. My mother's hands shook as she reached for me, but I pulled away. Inside, my world crumbled. Every memory, every hug, every bedtime story, it all felt tainted, like a beautiful painting smeared with black ink. I stumbled outside, the cold night air hitting me like a slap. Kids were still trick-or-treating down the street, their laughter echoing in the distance. For them, it was just another Halloween. For me, it was the night my identity shattered. I stood under the moonlight, asking myself questions I didn't know how to answer. Who was I, really? What did family even mean if it was built on lies? But as the night stretched on, one truth became clear: secrets always find their way to the surface. And sometimes, they break you. If this story left you with chills, smash that like button right now. Share this with a friend who loves dark, twist-filled stories. And tell me in the comments, what would you do if you uncovered a secret like this? Don't forget to subscribe, because more shocking stories are coming.